Hello, and thank you for tuning into this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. Today our guest host is going to be Kathy Pike, one of our animal control officers here for the city of Ames. Today you're going to meet some dogs, some cats, and a rabbit here that are all available for adoption at the Ames Animal Shelter. So let's meet Kathy and some furry friends and see what we can tell you about them.
Hi, I'm Kathy Pike. I'm the full-time animal control officer here for the City of Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control. Our first guest today is Annabelle. We're estimating her at about 2 years of age, and we think she might be a Flemish Giant mix. She's definitely not as big as a Flemish Giant, but she's a much bigger rabbit, which is why we're thinking she's most likely a mix. This poor lady came to us as a report of somebody leaving her outside of an apartment building here in Ames, just in a cardboard box. We're not sure who she belongs to. She becomes available for adoption tomorrow, as we're waiting 7 days for an owner to reclaim or come forward. But she is super sweet. She likes to be brushed. She's good with being held. She actually likes hugs. I'm convincing her to stay down by my lap though, so you can see her, because she likes to be in my hair. As you see, she loves her veggies. She's a little on the thin side when she came in, so we've been making sure that she's got everything that she needs nutritionally, as well as in her pen. So we also do have another rabbit, Gingerbread, and along with 2 other guinea pigs that came in that are available for adoption in our exotics area. Oh, and she's just going to town on that romaine. So we offer our rabbits lots of greens and veggies. So we give them kale, romaine lettuce, there's parsley, cilantro, all that good green stuff to make sure that they get the appropriate vitamins that they need. Rabbits are not very difficult to take care of. You just need to make sure you have an appropriate space as well as the appropriate food, just like with any animal that you would want to take care of. And this lady though, she is, I'm sorry. She obviously loves her greens. She is super sweet. She, like I said, loves to be held, and is very interactive. She's even come up and checked out some of the dogs that have walked by, that haven't been too rambunctious, those that come and very calmly come and approach her. She's approached them. Very inquisitive and very sweet. So if you're interested in a rabbit, my suggestion would be Gingerbread or Annabelle. They are both very sweet and very loving and friendly to be able to hold and pet and brush. Our next guest here is Meadow. He's a 1-year-old orange tabby, as you can see. He loves to get attention and lovies from everybody, but he is more of the kind that just kind of hangs out. He doesn't demand any attention or anything, but when he does get his lovies, he definitely melts in your hand. He'd be a great lap cat and one just to kind of hang out without demanding too much out of you for attention or anything. Just wants a nice quiet place to go live. As you see, he's a little shy, bright lights and stuff, and just a different place, or it looks different, can make him just a little nervous, just, like for some of us too. But he is very sweet. When he first came to us, he was in a live humane trap. Somebody had been seeing him and we caught him in that. And we weren't able to touch him for a little while. We weren't sure if he was a feral cat, which didn't like human interactions, or not. But after a few days or so, we realized that he was just a little more on the shy side. Like I said, he's not going to come up and ask for you to pet him, at least not here in the shelter environment. He could in a home where he'd feel more comfortable. As much as we try to make this place as stress-free as possible, and like a home, it's still not a home. There's still things that are constantly changing with new animals every day. Where a home, there's a lot more consistency and consistent smells. So he may be a little more outgoing in an actual home environment than he is here at the shelter, but otherwise he'd be looking just for a nice quiet home. He has not been dog tested yet, but if there is a dog that is in your residence and you're looking to take Meadow, we can surely check to see how he would do with that. He seems to be pretty laid back enough that he might be okay with another cat of his same kind of demeanor. Probably a hyper cat wouldn't be his best fit, but you know, with cats, they don't always have to be best friends and play together or lounge together, as long as they can coexist. So if you're interested in getting a nice quiet companion and have a nice quiet home, Meadow would be your boy. Our next guests here are Sadie and Rosie. Sadie here is a lab pit bull mix. She's about 1.5 years old. And her bonded buddy here, Rosie, it will be turning 1 year old on October 19th, so next Wednesday. So she's still here. We'll probably have a birthday party for her. You need another one? These two girls came in together. They were surrendered by their owners due to financial hardship and not being able to keep them. They wanted to have the best life possible for them and realized that their current situation wasn't going to help with that. So these two girls are very young, very sweet, and very much bonded to each other. Rosie has always known Sadie. Sadie still is young herself and has always been with another dog. So they do great together. They know their names. They walk pretty well on leash. The two of them together can be a little chaotic as they kind of weave and get excited with each other, but they listen very well. The only other thing with the two is that Rosie tends to like to steal Sadie's treats or her food, so feeding separately is what we've been doing here at the shelter. They're not mean with each other at all. Sadie's very passive towards Rosie, and Rosie's not ever mean. She just, if she can take it, she's gonna take it. So we just separate them just so that they can both get the requirements that they need in their food. They love to play, but they are also very well mannered. So they're very sweet, very young. Sadie is already spayed. Rosie still needs to be spayed, and so that would probably be the reason why for her longest stay, is just getting that taken care of at a local vet hospital. A couple things that the previous owners did tell us about the two girls is that Sadie is a little more nervous around loud noises. So, 4th of July, really big thunderstorms, big boomers and stuff like that. She may be a little more nervous, but they never mentioned anything about her being destructive. They just said she seems to be more nervous. So just keeping that in mind at those times of the year. And then Miss Rosie loves TV. They said if they put the TV on, she will sit down and watch it, especially Animal Planet. So two very sweet girls, just need to find a home that can take both of them and give them all the love and attention that they deserve. So if you're interested in taking two buddies home, these are your girls. And our last guest today is Miss Virginia, or just Virginia. This poor girl here was brought to us on Saturday after a wonderful citizen had found her hanging out at River Valley Park on the southeast side where the skating rink during the winter is usually at. She found her just kind of curled up, hanging there, so she brought her to us. She was very dehydrated. She was a little on the thin side. She still kind of is, still gaining that back. We had her taken to a veterinarian to be checked out. This girl is estimated to be 13 years old. She does have hearing loss, so she's deaf. So she can't hear the wonderful things that I'm going to say about her. But her eyes, she does have what appears to be old ulcers and has caused her not to be able to see very well. They do believe that she has the ability to see some shadows, but otherwise is blind in both of those eyes. She does have some teeth that do not appear to be of pain and do allow for her to eat relatively well, so she should be able to gain her weight back fairly easy. She does love to eat wet food though, which understandably so, because some of the teeth that she does still have are decaying, and that's just kind of common for her age and kind of the state that we found her in too. She is super sweet. She loves to be petted and scratched and held. She has one of the loudest purrs that we have come across. The other unfortunate information about her, if being older and blind and deaf wasn't bad enough. She did test positive for feline immunodeficiency virus. That's not a bad sentence though either. As it proves that those cats with feline immunodeficiency virus, or FIV, can live very long, healthy lives. She also is still of very good health. They did do some blood work, and otherwise everything else looks very well for her age of 13. So she would need to have a home, that obviously provide lots of love and care, but also regular vet visits, and especially those if she does show any signs of illness, she would need to get in right away, just to make sure that she gets that medication and on the mend much quicker, since she is immune compromised. So, but she is a very sweet kitty. Like I said, loves to get pets. The only thing is with her not being able to see very well or hear, you have to be very careful when you approach her to not frighten her. So here at the shelter, we're able to to jiggle the kennel a little bit before we open the door, or just kind of do a slow touch to her, paw. The good thing is she can see some shadows, so she does know something's there. But if she is sleeping, she gets a little more frightened. So trying to keep her, as calm as possible with that, and looking for a home that's obviously very quiet, not too rambunctious, and with her eyesight going, that is pretty consistent on where things are, so she can find her way around the house. But otherwise, she is a very sweet, very loving kitty that just needs to find that right home that's willing to give her the best for the rest of her life. So I fibbed. This will be our last guest of today. This here is Hope. We believe she is a purebred German Shepherd. If you remember our previous show where we had a dog named Harley and a dog named Shiloh on the show, she came from that same breeder, unlicensed in Northwest Iowa. As you can notice, she has had several litters here. She's got some enlarged mammaries, and she is older, so she's 4 years old, is what we've estimated her at. Not sure if she may be the mom to Shiloh or Harley. Hard to tell. We don't have that information, but she does kind of have those little slight floppy ears like Harley has, but she has that shorter coat. Miss Hope here is super sweet and affectionate. She's a little more, is that a burp? Yeah. She's kind of finicky on what treats she likes. Anything with the meaty middle seems to be her favorite. We are trying to get some weight on her, as she did come in rather skinny. But she is really sweet. She does well with a harness and leash walking. Her recall isn't always the greatest, but based on the situation where she came from, I'm not sure how much she's actually done on being on leash or having to go by a name. And I'm not sure if Hope is really even her real name that she's gone by for 4 years. That is a name that we were told she has, but she doesn't respond much to it. So it could probably be changed, and just working on that home environment of that consistent nature of having somebody to be her person. But she loves to be outside, be brushed, petted, and just wander around, just go for a walk. She is much more relaxed than the other two that we've had in here, and not as shy. So a very good girl here. We did have her hips examined just to be sure, because she does have that stereotypical purebred German Shepherd slant, and based on her age and being that breeding female, at a breeder's location, we wanted to see what her health status was. And they did say that, of course, I can't remember, got a 50% chance of being right, of left or right. One hip is only mild. The other one is mild to moderate with hip dysplasia. So not too bad for a 4-year-old German Shepherd, but something to keep in mind as she ages, just that possibility for hip dysplasia and arthritis, and having more difficulty moving. But that comes with the German Shepherd breed. But if you're looking for a nice, calm, maybe older German Shepherd dog, Hope's your girl.
Well, that is our show for today. I want to thank Kathy for doing an excellent job talking about our furry friends. And of course, our very special furry friend today was Virginia, and looking for a kind of a hospice type situation for her where she can maybe live out whatever time she may have left. Very unfortunate that Kitty, this old with her condition, was left out there at a park. So definitely want to find a great place for her where she's going to be loved for however much time she may have left. Also some great dogs, a bonded pair that are available for adoption, and of course beautiful Hope, the German Shepherd. So check out our website, amesanimalshelter.org. You can see all the animals we have available for adoption. Lots of cats, kittens. We have a set of guinea pigs that need to be adopted together. And of course, several dogs. So lots of animals here at the Ames Animal Shelter. If you're interested in adopting one of them, go to our website. Again, that's amesanimalshelter.org. And you can see information about them, and you can apply to adopt one of them. Once that application's approved, then we'll get you scheduled to come in for a time that works for you to meet and greet with the new pet and see if you think it's going to be a good match for you and your family and your home. Thanks for watching.